Everyone, this is Debbie from Project 39 Mini Albums. I reached into my stash and pulled out the first collection that came out, and it was this Here, There, and Everywhere collection, which is really adorable. It's, got these vintagey retro buses and butterflies and rainbows and bicycles and flowers, and it just was fun to work with. So let me show you what I made. I made a mini album. Now, I've been making a couple in this style, and if I have enough people who are interested, I will go ahead and make a tutorial. I had seen the idea. I'll put a link in the description box on the tutorial that you can get for free from someone else. But this is totally different from that. It's just where I started. So anyhow, I used a cut apart on the front. I used some coordinating cardstock. Some of the leftover paper, more coordinating cardstock, and I actually used green as a base for this. I just grabbed some flowers from my stash. Some of these were from Scrap Diva. These two were from Scrap Diva I made. I think this was Graphic 45, and that could have been Prima. I'm not really sure. I just grabbed some. So let me show you what's inside. So as you can see, I've got some Cinch bound mini albums here. Now, if you've been watching my channel, you've seen a couple others. So I liked the style, and I thought it was fun to do. So let me take you here. So I actually used some leftover foam words and elements that came from Simple Stories, Simple Vintage Berry Fields. But it coordinated, and so I used it. So this has a magnet here and a magnet there. This will open up like that. There is a cut apart here, and I've got a cut apart inside this belly band with room to put a couple of photos or some journaling, whichever you wish. And then here I've got a large pocket that I created with a 4x4 cut apart and a long, thin tag that you could journal on. Here's just one of the 2x2 cut aparts, a couple of the adhesive brads that came from that Berry Fields collection. That's a cut apart. I kept the bottom just because it added a little touch of something. I left that blank. Here is a cut apart on a folder, and then there is a pocket more from the Simple Vintage collection, and it made a pocket. And this is in here. I just made sort of a two-sided pocket that's really tight just to hold this in. Now you could pull it out if you wanted to, but I'm not going to because it takes a little bit. But anyhow, that sits in here. And then this one is 6x6, so this is great for 6x6 papers. So here we've got this. There's just a little cut apart. Here is a pocket. This comes up like that. Here's another pocket here with a couple of elements in there. This is a side loading pocket. So you could either journal on the back or add photos. Here's a 4x4 cut apart. I loved the camera paper. So there were some cameras in the stickers, so I added that. Oops, this one comes up. Here is a photo mat, so you can add a photo. It's okay if the bees are halfway covered. That's okay. And then there's a hidden pocket there, just a little tuck spot, I guess. It says, "You are my sunshine," and that one says, "Hello, friend." And there's just a scrap of paper that I made with a little tab. There's our vintage bus. This will open like that, giving you room to journal. This was another foam element from that Berry Fields collection. Here is that. So these you could glue on the side, but I left it open on two sides. It's folded on the bottom, just so it gives you room to put this little tab there. Here's a bike. I put, says happy day. Today is a good day to have a great day. Couple of cut aparts and journaling cards. That's a sticker. I put another sticker that says happy day. So this comes up. There's magnets on both sides. You know I get my magnets from Total Elements. And that'll open like that. That'll open like that. I just put this in here to give you room to journal on the back or add cards. You could add cards here, and you can add photos there. That's a 4x4 cut apart. And here's a side loading pocket. So that goes like that. And then here goes, there we go. And then this again is open. Oh, did I put anything? I didn't put anything in there. Just a couple of papers layered. And then to make this spot to hold it, so you could still remove this from here. See, it moves. I'm not going to take it out because I don't need to. But I made that into a little pocket with a little cut apart. And then that closes like that, and that closes like that. So it is 6 3/4 by 6 1/4 with a 2-inch spine, 1 3/4 inch spine. So this will be in my Etsy shop. Don't forget to like the shop. Don't forget to like the video. And again, if it's something you're interested in, let me know and I can do a tutorial. Like I said, I used somebody else's, but I didn't like the way they put it all together. So I just sort of did my own thing. So that's what I have for you today. Oh, and by the way, that's what I have as far as scraps. I know Carolina loves to use these little cut apart, so I'm going to wait and see what she does. I think she makes little note cards. But yeah, I probably will still use them. But that's what I have to show you today. Thanks so much for watching, and have a fabulous day.